up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. We want to break down some things that Rocky said. That is the husband of Tasha from from Xscape. I'm about to say SWV. From Xscape. Y'all know tonight the show come on, so we're going to be going live right after the show. We're definitely going to be breaking down that situation right after the show come on air, where we will be breaking it down on that way. Okay. Now we need to talk about this with Tasha's husband going on Tasha K's show and really was trying to threaten her not to put out this information. And when she was doing this, I would say, go ahead, Tasha, you're really breaking it down and you really got this man spooked and nervous. And let's talk about it. So this is where we have to get into the 5 years worth of text messages that the woman had. The 5 years worth of text messages that this woman had, and with the 5 years worth of text messages that the one Unique had, really got this man really spooked and nervous. Okay, all right. So let's go into that. Also, let's talk about the peen pics that the man sent to Unique, the side chick, and also you have to do this, that no straight answer was given. Like he even brought up the whole R. Kelly scandal. And then when the whole R. Kelly scandal came about, then he wanted to deflect from that. So clearly what Tasha K had this man shaken. I mean, all of the blogs, they're talking about it. Then on this wonderful Sunday, I took another note that Unique was saying that he was going to leave Tasha, and she brought the question up to him, did you tell Unique, the side chick, that you was going to leave your wife? He immediately deflect and he didn't answer the question. Now, anytime a man said, "Oh, you talking about the text messages?" Anytime a man asks a question about something, they're thinking about the lie that they want to tell you. If anybody said, "What, my phone? You want to see my phone, or you want to see what's in my email?" They're thinking about a lie. So clearly, he was doing that and deflecting, and then he was talking about how Unique got 3 kids and none of the kids are his, and that Unique live right by him, and that Tasha know. Now let's be clear on that. She do have 3 kids by another relationship, but she also had she terminated 3 pregnancies when she was with none other than Tasha's husband, Rocky Bivens. Okay. Now I'm not gonna say that this actually happened. I can only say alleged because I was not there. So I'm gonna say allegedly. All right. So we all want to get a lawsuit when it comes about this situation. Then also they brought up, Rocky brought up to Tasha K that Tamika sent him some nude photos, and that Tamika did this to him, sent it to his phone, some nude photos. I highly doubt that because, like I said, Tamika seems that she don't like him, and Tamika can just get any type of guy. Why would she send nude photos to her sister husband? I think he was just throwing that to Tasha K to deflect from this interview so she can just stop the interview and talk about other things. But Tasha was very smart of recording him and bringing out the type of way. So when we get into this, we already know that Tamika is not perfect. We already know that she lied on Candy, saying Candy slept with Jabrain Dupree daddy, and then she apologized for that. But just because a person lied in that particular situation does not mean that she's lying about the money being stolen from her, because the checks was been sent to the mother's house. And anytime the check has been sent to the mother's house, the mother know that the sister was stealing those checks. And I believe that mama told Tamika that, hey, your sister needed the money for something. And I don't think the mother wanted that information to be out in the public. So now that the information out in the public, it's like a whole storm all over the social media streets that everybody is talking about that. Now this whole situation that Tasha is getting into the mix because she interviewed Unique, that is the mistress of none other than Rocky. All right. So that's Tasha's husband, mistress. Okay. Then also we have to talk about how, Tamika can't stand him. Then he brought up something about Todd. That is the husband of Candy. And he said that this is all Rocky. He alleged that Todd was licking on a transgender woman's 17, all right, was sucking on it and cheated on Candy with a transgender woman. And then he also said this, that he's not perfect. Now, then he switched it and said all these things. And then he said, I'm not perfect. Meaning, when a man say he's not perfect, that is like a gateway for him to say, I've cheated. And my wife know about it. And we already discussed that. So I personally believe in my heart of hearts that, Tasha knows that her husband have cheated. I think that any wife that's in this particular situation that dealt with a husband that have a literally, a husband that's been cheating for years, they okay with it as long as that guy don't get that woman pregnant. In my humble opinion, they are really okay with it as long as they don't, you know, get a woman pregnant. Let's go back to Tamar situation. Vince was cheating on her, and I don't know if he got another woman pregnant. But let's go back to to Wendy Williams. Her husband cheated on her, um, and she got a woman pregnant, and boom, here we go. As they say, let's go to Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. I think Hillary would have left Bill if Bill would have gotten Monica Lewinsky pregnant, and it was rumored that she was pregnant allegedly. So let's go into these type of situations that when it comes to women, when a man that's out here cheating, they okay with it as long as another child's not conformed. Now, when that child is out and is delivered, it applies pressure to the woman. She be like, oh my gosh, you got a baby by another woman. Here you go. I got to live with this. I can't deal with this. I was okay with you cheating. It really wasn't okay with you cheating, but I knew you was going to cheat. So I just dealt with the situation. But now you're telling me you got a woman pregnant. So then it allows that pressure to comes about. And then when it allows that pressure to come, then it was like, oh my gosh, this situation is just really, really sad. Like, oh my gosh, you got another one. And so now I'm going to leave you. That's what happened with Wendy Williams. When that man got that woman pregnant, okay, immediately Wendy left the relationship because she had to leave the relationship because everybody was applying pressure to her. You crazy? Why are you still with this? Why are we still with this man? He cheated on you, and now he got a woman pregnant. And so, with that entail, having that situation, that applied pressure. And to this day, and I'm gonna reiterate this because I don't think people really focus on this. It made her go, whoo, it made her lose her mind. Her body was affected because anytime your mind is compromised, that leave your body to be compromised as well. That's why it's good to have a strong mindset. So once she got the news that her husband had cheated on her, and that was something that she had the baby, Tasha leaked that information, and it sent shockwaves to the Wendy Williams home that she immediately ended the relationship and divorced her husband. And I don't think she ever wanted to do that. I think that she loved her husband. I mean, her husband was a great manager of hers, got her set up for greatness in the television market and other deals as well. I don't think that she just did it because of the public, and she felt that, oh my gosh, I got to do this because this is the good thing to do in the public eye, and it destroyed her career. Now let's get back to Xscape and let's get back to SWV. When it comes to Xscape, they have a lot of drama. If it wasn't for this drama, I don't think we all would be focused on SWV and Xscape show because of the drama is so good and it's so mixed in and so it's seasoned well, marinated well. We are so focused on this show, and I had to talk about it, and I've gotten a lot of subscribers off this show. So I'm going to continue to talk about this because every time I talk about it, I get clicks and views, I get subscribers. And Mona Scott, whoever is behind, I believe Mona Scott is behind it, she did a good job. And I think that some of the stuff that it wasn't planned for her to even dive into, I think that this whole "you stole my money" piece just really brought this show to a whole nother level and really got the people involved and said, oh my gosh, this show is so juicy. And the reason why people are talking about this show and not Carlos King's show, Growing in Gospel, because they don't have enough juicy stuff in the show. Now, mind you, that show probably will still survive, but I don't see that show getting a second season. This show, SWV and Xscape, I can see this show getting picked up for another season because of the juiciness, because of, the blogs are talking about it. Anytime you see a show and the blogs are in it and they're covering in it, and then also Candy covering it, and also you see Tamika going live, and then you see SWV going live, that's when you know you have a great show. That's when you know the show is off the chain. That's when you know, oh my gosh, this can typically be for a whole nother season. So I'm definitely breaking it down. The reason why I'm repeating myself again, because I know a lot of people don't really watch a 3 hour show. So you have to sometimes take a segment of you already discussing this and re-air it, because people probably didn't get to see it in the first time around, or they need a refresher. So when we cover tonight, and that will be tonight, we'll definitely be breaking this down as well. Okay. So we'll definitely be breaking this down as well. They said Rocky sounded like he was trying to throw out other rumors to stop people from talking about his teeth. I agree. I believe that's what it is. Okay. I agree. Now I don't know if this show got low ratings. I don't know, because I didn't check out the ratings for SWV and Xscape. Let me see. Let me check. I want to check and see if it does got low ratings. Let me double check. Queens of R&B. I think it's Queens of R&B. Show ratings. Let's see. Because a lot of people don't watch. A lot of people don't. Wow. Wait a minute. Okay, when the show first aired, the Queen's R&B was pretty much even, and the ratings were now canceled. Can in the game, according to just released number, episode 1 of Bravo's latest new series scored a 0.17, 18 to 49 demo, and 490 live viewers. Wow, they would have made more viewers. Okay, that was the first episode. So let me see. Let me see what was the other ratings on that as well. Give me a second. I'm gonna see. Well, I didn't know that. Yikes. Okay. Cause the first one, and then it goes, I think, the next day on Peacock. All right. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, because that's a thing. And I think it picked up. Okay, I'm reading right here, it picked up other weeks. I'm assuming that it picked up other weeks. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. It picked up other weeks. This is another article. 5 thoughts, prayers, and concern about why Candy Birds and Xscape are both wrong, and right about want to headline over SWV. This is on the grill. Admittedly, I've spent way more time thinking about discussing whether or not Xscape has the right to request to be a headliner on what is either a tour or a night-only performance with my favorite '90s girl group, SWV. The question itself stems from the show SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B on Bravo, where the two famous singing groups have decided to do what it seems like a one-night performance together. The talks of even doing the show seem to have started back when they battled one another in a versus in May 2021. However, they got together. They're here now on the show. In the latest episode, episode 3, the women all sit down to decide if they're going to do the show and what a shape would take since Xscape. Latasha Scott has been non-committable about her desire to do the tour since she's working on a solo deal behind the scenes. Okay, so they're not really talking about the ratings on here. They're talking about all of this, and they go in. We'll talk about that another day. Okay, so it's coming on tonight. I need a break from the Housewives. This show is so much a lot different. Yes, I'm seeing it in the comments here. It's definitely good. Like, it's for me. My mom's watched the show. I watched the show. I'm calling around town. People saying they watched the show. They are enjoying the episode all over social media. People are just loving, Xscape SWV. It's just truly a great show. And having it being a great show, a lot of people are excited for this show because it's something fresh, it's something new. It's not Housewives. It's really just different storyline, different people. Xscape did have a show out a couple of years back, but this show is different and fresh. And then the SWV part, going back and forth with them on social media, is just really good. I love the show. I can't tell you guys how much I love it, because I do. I mean, I can tell you, but I show you that, I can tell you that I'm reviewing the show. Anytime I'm reviewing a show, the way I'm reviewing the show, that'll tell you right then and there that it's just a good episode. It really is good. It's just so great. I love it. It's fun. It's entertaining. Everybody is talking about it. I mean, all the blogs are talking about it. But I want to ask you, if anybody want to come on, do you believe that he is cheating? And when I'm talking about he, I'm talking about none other than Tasha's husband, Rocky. Do you believe that Rocky is cheating on his wife? Do you believe that? And then my second follow-up question, do you believe that Tasha know her husband is cheating on her? I want to know these questions. And if you don't want to hit the link, I want to see what y'all have to say in the chat. Before we get up out of here, I'm going to get out of here in about 20 minutes. At the 20-minute mark. Do you believe that her husband is cheating? Do you believe that Tasha's husband is cheating? I want you to press 1 in the chat if you believe he's cheating. Press 2 in the chat, he's not cheating. I want to hold on, press 1 in the chat if you believe he's cheating. Press 2 in the chat, he's not cheating. Press 1 in the chat, he is cheating. Press 2 in the chat, he is not cheating. Press 1 in the chat, he is cheating. Press 2 in the chat, he is not cheating. Press 1 in the chat, he is cheating. Press 2 in the chat, he is not cheating. And I want you all to hit the link if y'all more than welcome to hit the link and stuff like that. But we gonna let y'all come on StreamYard and let y'all give y'all thoughts about this situation. Let's go. Okay. Yes. Oh,
Good afternoon. Happy Sunday.
happy Sunday.
I do believe your first question. Do I believe Rocky is cheating? Yes, I do. I also believe that what he said is truthful that he told Latasha K. And do I think Latasha knows her husband is cheating? Yes. Atlanta is very small. The mistress said a lot of things about him cheating. They were cheating together in certain places, and I believe Tiny probably told her. So yeah, I do. I also believe the rumors he put out as well that Rocky put out. Yes, I do.
Really? So you believe that Todd cheated on Candy with a transgender woman?
Yes, I do, because this is not the first time it has come up. There's been a lot of circulation of that, and Candy is not quick to respond to things, and all of a sudden she's jumping at the gun. She's bringing Todd on to respond. I remember on the reunion when Portia said you need to be worried about your husband out there in New York, and all of a sudden Candy shut up real quick. So I believe the girls got a lot of dirt on each other, and this is why they're not going to flourish as an escape group, the four of them. Yes.
Do you feel like Candy know it? Let's just say this is true. Let's say he did sleep with a trans woman. Do you believe that Candy know that and don't care?
I definitely believe that Candy is a freak of league. She's into a lot of things. She's been around the town. She is, the boss. She's paying for comfort at this point. I watched an interview she did where she said her mother was upset that she married Todd because Todd don't have no money. So if people remember back in the pandemic, they were down in the downstairs basement with women, and they was throwing money at some glass cage or something like that. She hurried up and deleted it because it brought up the dungeon rumors again. Candy do a lot of things. I think she's into a lot of things. I think she's sexually fluid. So as somebody who's like that, I don't think she really cares. I think she understands sexuality a lot more than others. So Todd cheating, she doesn't care. She just happy to have this man who holds her down.
All right. Thank you so very much, Couture Bay, for calling in.
Thank you, Wiley. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye bye. Okay, so I'm gonna bring somebody else on. If you want to hit the link, all you got to do is click the link to come on. You're live on the air. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Wiley. I do believe that Rocky is cheating. Rocky has cheated. I believe Rocky has cheated with several women. And I believe he will continue to cheat. I also believe that Latasha knows that he is cheating. Um, I don't believe the lies that he's spreading about Todd. And I don't recall him saying that it was alleged. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. If he did not say it was alleged about Todd, I want Todd to sue him. Todd can take whatever lie detector test. Well, he shouldn't even have to do that. But I do believe that Todd should sue him. Why bring up someone else's business when the focus and the subject is about you? It's deflecting. You know, I want, not only do I want my information out, I want someone else's information out too. So I
Mhm.
feel like he was wrong about that. He should have just stuck to his allegations and said, you know, they're completely false. I've reported this woman several times before. The police haven't done anything. He hasn't done any of that. Latasha is a fool. Some people are. She should have let him go a long time ago, but she probably didn't feel good about herself. She probably felt like, oh, this man, he really likes me. Nobody else is going to like me. And that's just, I'm wondering if that's what she thought, because Latasha could have gotten so many other better men. It didn't matter her size, it didn't matter her color. She's a beautiful woman. And I wish she would see that, and I wish she had seen that these last 28 years. I believe that her career would have taken off better if she did not have him. He's not going to let her be big, in show business. Because if she is, then she would leave him. She would get around other people. She would see her worth, her value, and she would have left him. It's as if he wants her where she is now in her mindset. She probably thinks she can't get anybody else. Latasha can do better. I also believe that they stole, this is just my opinion, and based off, the TV show or whatever, that Latasha and her husband did steal the money, did steal Tamika's, the sister's name is Tamika, right? No, um, whatever the sister's name is.
Yeah, that's Tamika. Tamika
Okay,
is the
Tamika.
sister. Yeah. Mhm.
I do believe that they took her money. But who knows? Maybe Latasha didn't know anything about it if she's not looking at the money that's coming in, if she's not signing the checks, and it's her husband. So it could have been her husband that took the checks. Because I noticed when that topic came up, it's kind of it kind of gave off, well, if it was, then it wasn't hers anyway. Not, no, we did not steal it. We have provided proof. This is who signed the check. We've told Latasha, we told Tamika to file charges. We will support her fully in prosecuting the person who took the money. That's just what I would do for my sister. If my sister said, you stole my money, no, I didn't. But I will, I'll prove to you, here's the account. You need to go to whomever and get copies of the check. You can look at it against my driver's license, but I wouldn't do that to my sister anyway. I love my sister dearly, would give anything for her. So I wouldn't do that. But right now, they would be proving their innocence. So those are just my thoughts. Also, they need to co-headline. I don't know why Xscape wants to headline over SWV, in my opinion, and others may not agree with me. And if you don't, then that's your opinion. We can agree to disagree. SWV, if they're not going to co-headline, let SWV do it. And then
Well,
then
my thing is with the people in the chat when they're talking about that. Let's be clear. Escape though they sold less records than SWV, Xscape is more known today than it was back in the 90s because of Tiny and because of Candy. Both were on television shows. So I understand if I had to pick one to headline, it will be Xscape because Tiny did a show. She's attached to T.I. Wish that help her. Wish fans will come. And Candy has been on television for over a decade. So I would say yes, Xscape. If I had to pick one, I would say Xscape should headline the tour, because of their interactions on television, their fan base that's on television. Let's
Mhm.
be clear, we haven't heard from Coco or any of the SWV fans in years. A lot of
True.
them we haven't heard from them. They're not currently on social media now. I think
You're
they're
right.
doing it now because of the successes of Candy, because Candy laid out a blueprint that I'm not only going to be on the show, I'm also going to be a blogger and get that blogger bag, that show bag, etc. And that's why you see Tamika now, doing videos and reviewing. That's why you see SWV doing videos as well, outside of the show, because they understand now, I believe, that social media is the key. Like if
Mhm.
I was watching Grown and Gospel, and one of the cast members in Grown and Gospel was saying, if you're not on social media, you're really not relevant like that. And the
True.
people,
I get it.
yeah. So yeah, that's what I was saying about that. Like social media is key. And so I'm glad that, they are on social media and they showing the world that this is what they're doing and this is what we are. And if I had to pick one, it will be Escape. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, I get it, and you make some valid points. So that does make sense. It really does. I guess because I'm just not an Escape fan, I just rather see just rather if I went to the concert, I would just skip over Escape, and just go see SWV, because I just really do believe, they're better singers. Especially if Latasha is not going to be there, then Tamika is carrying the group, not Tiny, not Candy, but Tamika. Now, yes, Tiny and Candy are very, very talented writers. I can't take that from them. But their voices, I could really go without. But yes, extremely talented women. Um, Also, although Tiny has been in the news, it hasn't been that good. So I still would like to get like an update on that situation later, but at this moment we're on Rocky. So I'm looking forward to your future vlogging about um, the Rocky situation. So
Yeah, and let's be clear. I don't think this Rocky situation is juicy tea. And the reason why it's not is because the side chick have already went on Instagram and talked about this. I think the reason why it's not be like, oh, because Tasha did this show and already she's late to the game because the side chick have already posted it on social media. Then the side chick came out and said that her page was hacked. Now, if you watch the interview on the app, you would get a clear understanding. But the majority of the people, they're not going to subscribe to the app. Majority of the people is not going
yeah,
to watch SWV on television. They're going to go back to the Wileys and see what do Wiley have to say. And I'm using my name as example as a blogger because most of the impact, most of the viewership is the blogs talking about it
right,
outside the show on television. They're not getting 5, 10, 15, 20 million people to watch. At best, maybe 600,000, 700,000. If you get all the numbers on YouTube and the clips that is being discussed, get more clout and more numbers on social media than it does from the actual show. Because let's be clear, most people ain't gonna pay for no cable. They just get, and I recently just now, because I do a show, I said let me go ahead on and get a cable subscription on Sling. I think I got Sling or who one of them, so I could just watch the show just to give my notes to go talk to it to my people, because I know everybody in the chat is not don't have cable and not going to even pay for cable. They just have an internet.
hmm
So
a few more things before I drop off. Did Tasha reach out to did TK reach out to the mistress, or the mistress reached out to her?
I believe she reached out to the mistress. Tasha did.
Okay, so I guess she's looking for a way. This is just my opinion to get people to come to that app and spend $7.99, which
It's
I am not
twelve
doing.
ninety nine.
Oh, 12.99. Oh, definitely not doing. But kudos to her. Support the Black woman. Another thing, when are you going to cover the stories on? When are you going to do your reviews on Love After Lockup? Because I'm very interested in Monique and Derek. And also, when are you going to bring up the story about Jonathan Majors?
Yeah, so those two topics, because SWV is like right now current, like then drown out love after like I'm gonna talk about that when I get back to Chicago, because both of those stories, like I posted on my Instagram, we're gonna talk about that once I'm done with the SWV stuff, and then I'm gonna talk about that the Jonathan. I'm gonna talk about that today because that just happened. So I can talk about it today, but love after lockup because I need to watch the shows and get caught up. I'm only caught up on maybe one or two shows. I'm gonna definitely talk about that, probably Thursday or Friday. But this SWV, I'm on it right now because this
Okay.
is what's hot right now. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about the Jonathan thing later on today because after this episode, we're gonna get into the Judge Joe Brown, and then later on we're gonna talk about Jonathan.
All right. Y'all have a good day. Thank you, Wiley.
Thank you so very much. All right. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, y'all. All right. So, give me a second. I just want to make sure that we talked about everything. Okay. I got all my notes together. All right. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in to another episode of The Wiley Show. Love y'all so much. We're going to be right back because we're going to be talking about Judge Joe Brown. I'm going to talk about that. So give me a second. I'm going to post that for you guys to see. That's going to be in our other episode. So let me drop that in the comments. All right. So we got that right there. We was gonna do that at 3 o'clock. I changed my mind. We're gonna go right after this episode and talk about it. Okay. Let me drop that in there real quick. We're gonna be talking about Judge Joe Brown. We're gonna talk about Shirley Ralph. All right. There we go. Give me a second. We're gonna be talking about that. All right. After this episode. All right. Some thumbs up the video. Thumbs up the video, and we are live. Okay. All right. We are live. They are live. So we are definitely going to be talking about that. Okay. Give me a second. All right. I'm going to make sure that we good. I want to make sure all the 200 people click on the link because we are going to go right back live. Again, we're going right back live after this, and we're going to be talking about the Shirley Ralph and Judge Joe Brown. We're going to talk about that. Thank y'all so very much, and we will see y'all in the next episode. All right, we're coming right back. Make sure y'all subscribe, child. We pumping these videos out like an assembly line. Holla!